What
Thank
is
you.
this currency slide that you have? It says currency is used predominantly in commerce since 1450, and it shows that every currency lasts about 100 years.
Right, and then you start to overlay it with the longer-term solar cycles here and the different, if you're going to look at Schwab cycles or DeVries cycles, you start to see this overlap of at least a slice of time from 17 to 1900. When you're hitting those low periods, it seems that the reserve currency changes. Now, if we're coming into this exact same cycle once again, and we are coming to this low point where almost every space agency out there is forecasting a grand solar minimum or extreme low solar activity as we step off of solar cycle 25 coming into 26. They're off by one cycle, but then again, with this amount of solar activity, nobody really got it right this time either with the exceptional amount of ramp up. So if we're really following this and the energetics are understood by those that don't generally talk about it to the public or allow the public to know, that in the energetic cycle would also signal the end of a reserve currency period, then we're starting to see that, the formation of the BRICS right now. We're moving into a different currency itself. So I'm just wondering why. This is an anecdotal side point here, that these cycles, energetic cycles, match up with currencies and the lifetime of a currency on a reserve status.
Interesting. And now you've got the BRICS nations launching a brand new currency.
Why now?
Political opportune moment? I don't know.
Energetic change moment, could be both.
But the energetic change, does that mean that powerful governments are recognizing the change and intentionally launching new currencies? Or is it just that it creates a dynamic, a shift in power in different regions of the planet that will amplify one group over another, regardless of what group is there?
Right, depending amount of food production for those countries as well. Because a civilization without food is no civilization. The basic, if you bring it down to a basic, if a human doesn't eat, there is literally nothing called civilization. So food is the most important thing. We could talk about economy and we could talk about, business and government, but without food, there is literally nothing on this planet that can be structured. That's the base building block that everything moves forward from, is food.
Can we predict food production in BRICS nations right now? Is the yield going to increase?
I would say yes, if they turn North Africa and the Sahel into a new growing area, and the amount of investment that would be required to restart a global economy on the debt-based system, taking North Africa and the Sahel from zero to where we are in America and what we sit at in our grow belts across the United States and Canada. Imagine the amount of trillions and trillions of dollars that would be required for the roads, the irrigation systems. And then how would you pay all these people that come from around the world to work there? Well, you would pay them in cryptocurrency. You would pay them in stable coins that would have a value of, I don't care if you came from Chad or South Africa or America or Argentina, that you go back and you still have that 1 = 1. And you see this rapid implementation of cryptocurrencies across. I mean, they're going to use for payment systems as well as investment. I really believe if we're going to lose crop production, 45 north and above, and a lot of areas on the planet have far less crop yields, we're going to have to make that up elsewhere for 8 billion people to survive. So where would you put that? But remember, we have to restart the global economy.
Can they restart Africa and start growing there within our lifetime? Is that something?
It's absolutely, if the rainfall patterns continue to increase at the rate they are now, and they tap the Nubian sandstone aquifer and other aquifers beneath there, and get that underground water resource coupled with the above ground increases, absolutely yes.
It would change everything.
That would absolutely.
Change everything. It's a crazy thought.
It's larger than the United States and Canada combined as a growing area for what we consider crop production.
Wow.
And a double rotation crop, because where it sits with the sunlight patterns there, we get 2 yields out of that versus
And who's
one.
going to be growing it? Is it going to be some terrible poison seeded?
This is kind of where me and him intersect. He's following all of these trends on grain production, and then I'm scamming through the articles, and it's just article after article about shutting down farmers, shutting down private ownership of farms, shutting down people's ability to grow stuff. Yeah. I mean, you see it constantly. It's not just here, it's in Europe too. Like they're literally telling farmers, paying them to grow flowers and stuff instead of growing food. And then you have the major grow zones like the Ukraine and what's going on there. So you know that production is going to be going down.